gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawar, hook me up. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Fuck around with you, boy.
John Diamond make the billion no go.
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they show them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car. But you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group, they undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Ratting that bitch, tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on John Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. Them marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch Obama holding treatment like a hoe. Mashak told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant a war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and Easter ass bitch. We know cop was on the man prepared to die around this bitch, you heard? Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off for us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. ISUBK, we strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, thank you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all them, dap and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said, Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog.
word sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Times of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gone on my way, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swarm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swarm in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, they got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. So I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swarm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the swarm in my whole life. My whole life.
For the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head off, nigga. I read where Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is it fact if revenge was a woman, I scope that bitch like Jake. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light work. It ain't about who got this gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. 6 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you won't never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
From Westworld. Let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, this the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Stood against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog, I plan to keep. You lose your mind where I'm from, I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing times, wasting steady pace, and you off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But there's power by war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason, got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest, they gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, this the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high, now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we half, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug, I ain't give a fuck. Burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, this the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
All right, clap it up. Hey, shalom, Yahweh Hashem al-Shah, Rakathon to all the brothers, shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alathabah Hashem al-Shah to all the sisters. I is Cave, Minnesota. with scripture breakdown, law class. Once again, if you got any questions or concerns, type it into the chat. Otherwise, pay your tithes, isuk.com. You know what I mean? Otherwise, yeah, man. I mean, there's so much that we have to go over today. As far as the Bible, if you have any questions or any advice or any comments that you want to type into the chat, go ahead and do so. All right. Say it again.
1 and 3.
1 and 7. The book of Joshua. All right. Joshua. Yep. Come. 1 and 7. You got it? What's what? All right. While the brother grabs that precept, you know what I mean? Once again, shalom to everybody. ISUK Minnesota with the law and scripture breakdown class. All right. We are going to get into a few things, a few topics. If anybody wants to chime in, you know exactly what to do. All right. Go ahead.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Say that one more time.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Right. Also, to be louder than what you hear right now. Be louder than them. All right. Just one more time, Papa. Sure.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Right. Only be thou strong and very courageous. Now, the reason why we grab this precept, just to start off the class, is because we are living in a day of time where we have to be strong and very courageous. Like, I'll break it down for you. And right now in 2023, at this time, there are Black and Hispanic people who are living in a time where they are depressed, they are lonely, they feel like there's no hope, they don't know where to turn to. Now, the wrong thing is to turn to the drugs. The wrong thing is to turn into the alcoholism, to turn to the streets, to turn to that place that's going to not benefit you. Now, everything that feels good is not good for you.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You want to be very careful not to go and live off of your emotions.
That's right.
Because when you live off of your emotions, it doesn't help you or support you at all. You know what I mean? Also, too, like I just heard a story about a sister. This sister was explaining it to me how life has just been upside down for her because she had thought one thing about her man, and she ended up being with another man. And then later she found out that she was wrong. So what happened was she committed adultery. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's not just a problem with women, but it's a problem with everybody in this earth who are being ruled by their emotions. You act on emotions and things do not end up so well for you. That's the problem. You gotta stop it. You're not a child. I mean, unless you are a child. I don't know. But I mean, last time I checked, I mean, like, man, there is a certain maturity that you have to hit, that you have to be in order to live your life. Otherwise, if you don't grow as a person, what's going to happen? You are going to die.
That's right.
What happens to crops? The produce. If it doesn't grow, what happens to it?
It dies.
It dies. Yeah. So take that metaphor, take that analogy as you being a, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. If you don't grow, you are going to die. And if you don't grow in certain areas, you are going to be weak in those areas. And when that thing is weak, it dies. Imagine seeing a plant, and one side is growing strong, but the other side is not. If the other side is not growing like the other side, what's going to happen? It's going to die off eventually. That's what happens to us as people. So let's see what Joshua said one more time, Baba Shah.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Yeah, you have no choice. You have to be strong and courageous. A lot of Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, we come from a background, a household to where your family teaches you no failure. You are not allowed to fail. You are not allowed to back down. You are not allowed to give up. And that's called tough love. And some people, either it will make you or otherwise it will break you. And in the ISUPK, man, this love that we give to you is either going to make you or break you. And
That's right.
Everybody does not survive in the ISUPK.
That's right.
And how do we know? Because I see people all the time. They are here today and gone tomorrow. I see it all the time. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's not. It's not strange. You know what I mean? It's just like a job. A certain job is not for everybody.
That's right.
Everybody can't do construction. Everybody cannot do that job. Everybody cannot be a doctor, a nurse, cannot do the hard jobs of life. But there are some people who can. Everybody cannot be where you are at. And that is reality. You may love this person. You may bond with that person. But in reality, everybody doesn't make it to the top. Everybody doesn't, everybody's not besides you. They may be here today, yes, but they may not be here tomorrow.
That's right.
And that's the reality. But now the Bible does say to make what? Your election sure. Make your election sure. And if you make it sure, man, hey, Most High in Christ, but everybody's not going to make it, so much sure. And the reason being is because everybody got their problems and their issues, their demons, and what they want to do. They going off of their flesh. They going off of, somebody in their ear. Everybody's always going to have an excuse. And ISUPK, our slogan is no cowards.
That's right.
You cannot be a coward anymore. Now understand, you can make a mistake, no sweat. But we try our best and do our best to not try, but we do our best to avoid the mistakes from happening. But if they do happen, we still give you what you need in order to succeed.
That's right.
I mean? To be successful. But if you don't hold on or hearken unto what we give you, that's on you, nobody else. Shalom. All right? So once again, in these days and times, you are going to go through trials and tribulations. But Joshua said to stay strong and courageous. Read it one more time.
Only be thou strong and very courageous.
Yeah, you got to be strong and courageous. If you want to endure, you have to endure to the end. You can't just endure for 5 months, for 90 days, for a year, 2 years, 15 years. You have to endure until the Most High says it is finally over. Christ is finally ruling this earth. That's the end.
That's right.
The end is not when you say it ends. The end is when the Most High says, all right, the chariot is on its way. Christ is on his way. How do you know? It's when we have the kingdom. That's how you know. And that's in the Bible, man. That's not my words. That's in the scriptures. The same Bible that is collecting dust on your granny's table. The same Bible that's collecting dust in the Christian church. They say they use it, but really they don't.
That's right.
They don't know the Bible truly. The Christian church says God loves everybody. But the Bible says else. It says something completely different. Does it really say God loves everybody in the Bible?
No.
Yeah, please show me if that is the case. God doesn't love everybody. I mean, last time I checked, the Most High said he has a chosen people. Not all people.
That's right.
If you are chosen, that means somebody is left out, is it not?
Come.
Once again, when you sign up for a job, right, or still like not sign up, but apply to a job, do all the people get employed that sign up or apply? No. They always hit you with an email or a phone call and say, hey, unfortunately, we did not accept your application. We went with this person. But try again in this month or that year or this year. That's how it goes. That's reality. But people of this world, we live in a fantasy world to where we don't live in a state of reality. And that's the problem. The problem is we live in delusion, or better yet, a illusion, to where we're not dealing with real situations, real things that's happening in front of us. Trooper, I got a question for y'all.
Come.
What's happening in 2023? And I'll just give you a little hint. What is happening right now that a lot of people don't see? So just go on your phone. I ain't saying right now. Go on your phone, walk outside your door, turn on the TV to watch the news, or watch your regular TV shows. What is happening right now that people are not recognizing or seeing in front of them?
I think they're most unaware that we are being oppressed by our oppressors.
Ooh, this brother just said a lot of people do not understand that we are being what? Oppressed. We talked about that yesterday. We talked about that last week. We talked about it since 1969. We are being oppressed. That's one major thing. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
You're unaware that we're being oppressed. You're unaware that we're being gunned down. You're unaware that our children being sex trafficked. You're unaware.
Actually, I want you to slow it down. I want you to speak louder. You ain't got to rush.
You are unaware that we're being oppressed. You're unaware that our kids are being sex trafficked. You're unaware that we're being treated unfair on the workforce. Our oppressors get paid more than we do. You're unaware about a whole lot of things.
Come on, I'll give you a hand. Damn right. Yeah, the brother just said a lot of heavy things. Oppression, sex trafficking. You know what I mean? I may want to just add a few things in there. Once again, I always got to throw in drug addiction and alcoholism because that's very popular. Also, too, discrimination, racism. All right, being sexualized. You know what I mean? Those are the things that are causing us to fail as a people.
That's right.
But at the same time, we are being oppressed. And within oppression, there's influence. There are people who are so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indian people who are at a high status who see no problem with that. I mean, once again, like I'm being very serious. There are Black and Hispanic Native Indian people who are ignorantly on the side of oppression. But they don't see it as oppression, they see it as an opportunity because they are at a place to where I'm making money, I'm living great, and so can you. All you gotta do is work hard. That's not the case for everybody.
That's right.
All right. One thing about oppression, even in slavery, right? There was always somebody that was, okay. The oppressor always chose somebody who was a slave to be one of the greatest slaves, to be a great example. And also, too, you had slaves who were what you call Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom.
That's right.
You know what I mean? or otherwise Uncle Ruckus. You know what I mean? Off of the Boondocks. You got that Negro who is in love with the master, the one that is enslaving them. And they are the ones that speak up for your issues, for your problems. And that's your Jesse Jacksons. That's all your pastors and politicians. That's everybody who really don't have a voice, but they voice their opinion anyway. Like, once again, we keep raising up these people to have a voice for the Black and Hispanic and Native Indian issues when really they don't have a voice. I mean, for example, right? LeBron James had made a lot of great points. Stephen Curry, who else? Colin Kaepernick, the brother who, kneeled and destroyed his whole career of being a football player. These people, although they made a lot of great points on behalf of their own people, they are not Black leaders.
That's right.
Like these celebrities, these entertainers, these TV personality people are not the voice for us. And it's very clear because, I mean, a lot of them, they do the complete opposite. What the Most High even says. A true voice in the Black community, Hispanic and Native Indian community, is going to be those who follow what the Most High says. And they go against every single thing that the oppressor wants out of them. The oppressor wants you to be just like him. And when you are not like him, he's against you. Always understand that. That's why the Bible also, matter of fact, is that it on that? No. All right, I want you to finish that, then we're going to get Proverbs 3 and 31. Go ahead.
That thou may observe to do according to all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded.
Actually, I want you to read that one more time.
Now, come. That thou may observe to do, that thou may observe to do according to all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whatsoever thou goest.
Right. So Joshua is saying, Joshua is saying it's like, I listen to my servant, which is, Moses, because as you know, Moses and Joshua was, around each other. They was doing the work of the Lord with each other. But Moses had died. And Joshua, he got the torch to keep going and to teach and preach everything that Moses had taught him. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Huh?
Proverbs 2 and 7.
No. Proverbs 3 and 31. You come. Yeah, so Joshua is saying the same thing that Moses would have said at this time. But as you know, the book of Joshua, Moses is not alive. All right? Moses is, in the grave at this time, but he is upholding what he learned and was taught by Moses, who is his servant, right? And he's pretty much saying, look, listen to these words. Don't go left or don't go right. What that means is do not go outside of what I'm telling you. Because if you go to the left or to the right, you're going to miss it. You're not going to apply it, and it's going to be bad for you at the end of the day. That's what is being said. All right. Yeah, I'll stop right there. Okay. Also, too, let me see. Yeah, you got it out? Now, this is the point that I want to make, right? When you go against your oppressor, he doesn't like you. He doesn't love you. I mean, he really doesn't love you anyway. But the oppressor is going to be upset, and he's going to try everything in his power to make you pay. And that could be in a lot of situations, in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? But one thing about your oppressor that you should understand, your oppressor only likes or loves you. And I'm only saying that, in a playful way, because the only way that they like and love you is when you do whatever they say to do.
That's right.
That's when you become under their authority. Okay? Now, if you want to be like your oppressor, this is usually what happens. Go ahead and read that.
Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Right. Envy thou not the oppressor. How do you envy your oppressor? You do what your oppressor does. And if you don't know what that is, just study who your enemies is. I'm going to tell you this, right? Your enemy is not that Black and Hispanic man or Native Indian man that you had a grudge for in the prison system. Because I keep hearing that too. Niggas hate niggas. I get it. The only reason why we hate each other is because of oppression. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about all the tribes, all 12 tribes. Some way, some fashion, we hate each other. For
That's
what?
right.
For what, a difference? Y'all want to do the whole light skin, dark skin bullshit. That is trash, man. Grow the hell up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Grow up. You know what I mean? Like that. That's the problem. Our problems are so small, and they can be fixed with counsel, going to him and him alone. That's how our issues can be fixed. Having a conversation. But your pride is in a way, your ego, all your emotions, which is very effeminate. It's all in the way of you rebuilding that relationship. Your strife, your envy, your malice, all that is in the way of you possibly building with this brother or building with that sister. Y'all, you two women, you 2, 3 women, y'all with the same man. Y'all gonna let that come against y'all? So what, y'all with the same man? It's lawful, but in your mind, it's wrong. But meanwhile, some of y'all women out there, y'all have no problem with being with some of y'all same women don't be, y'all not ashamed with being joined with the same man. That's not the man that you really want to be with.
That's right.
Ain't no wrong with opening up your legs, I guess, huh? To anybody. You sisters out there, man, stop opening up your goddamn legs for a man in revenge. Because, he sleep with somebody else, now I guess I gotta go do it. You trying to get back at that man is only hurting you and possibly those children that you have as well with some of these men. It makes you look bad as a woman. You know what I mean? We might just have to call you a female, because that's really what you are. Because females, that's female behavior.
Right.
A real woman don't do shit like that. A real woman will have more class about herself. And a man, a real man takes on responsibility.
That's right.
He doesn't just go out there and just, lay down with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, he's better than that. Once again, man, y'all gotta learn some morals and guidance, because having morals, standards, and a foundation in 2023 is all the way upside down. You don't know what the hell you are doing at all. You think you know it. You think you are ahead of the game. You are sadly mistaken. And the people that look up to you, they are going to follow in your same disgusting, filthy footsteps. And blame yourself. Don't blame anybody else. Please read that one more time, Ron.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Say that one more time.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
Yeah, envy not thou the oppressor. In order to envy your oppressor, you do exactly what they do. So once again, who is the oppressor? Think about the one that is ruling the earth right now. Think about whose face is on a dollar bill. Who is flooded in the police department. the firefighters department, who is always in the seat of the council, the Congress, the Senate, the presidents. Those are the oppressors. And better yet, if you really want a clear example, Donald Trump. There you go. Because Donald Trump definitely set the tone when he was in the president's office, in the president's seat. He definitely set the tone to let you know, hey, this is America, and we are going to make America great again. And making America great again means you being a slave again.
That's right.
That's all that means. It doesn't mean anything less or more than that. They want you into slavery and them to be on top. That's why when Trump was in office as being a president, his first 5 months, or already yet, his first 5 months of being president, he caused more danger and harm and unaliving for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians by writing and signing off of those executive orders. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know the damage that was done within the first 5 months of this man being president.
That's right.
Now, if you don't know what a executive order is, just think about what a decree is. A contract to give license to harm and do danger to a certain or specific someone. And that's you, Black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You were targeted within the first 5 months or so of Donald Trump being president. Obama was no goddamn different. Joe Biden, good night. Joe Biden, good fucking night. No different. Nothing has changed, but things have got worse. That's what we all should realize. Keep going on. So envy thou not your oppressor. Don't be like your oppressor. Choose the way that the Most High said that you should choose, which is righteousness, guidance, and obedience. If you want anything out of life, and you want to succeed and be successful in life, all you gotta do is serve the Most High.
That's right.
But it does come with sacrifice. It comes with hard work and dedication, something that your oppressor does not know. But meanwhile, Black and Hispanic and Native Indians, we know about hard work. We know about dedication. We know about putting in our grit and hours and blood, sweat, and tears. How else was America and Babylon and Rome and the Assyrian captivity built? It wasn't built based on the oppressor. White people, Africans, Chinese, and Japanese, they didn't build their own cities and towns. The slaves did. The minorities did. All right, go ahead.
And choose none of their ways.
And choose none of their ways, because their ways are not successful. It's the cheat code for you to be in jail, for you to lose your life, and for you to be in captivity under them. If you choose to be like your oppressor, you are going to end up in the authority under them. That's what always happens. That's what always going to happen. Every time we try to be a criminal, what happens? They throw the book at us. We are under the prison system. Let's say that you try to defend your life as a white man. You try to you try to defend your life, and you unalive somebody. They get off scot-free. But when you are a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, 9 times out of 10, what happens to you? No sweat. I want you to focus, all right? This is the class. So focus. 9 times out of 10, right? When a white man does a crime, what is his punishment?
You get a pat on the back and less jail time.
Right. He gets a pat on the back and he gets a slap on the wrist and he's just fine. The most that they are going to give a oppressor is probation.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? And usually they have money. When they don't have money, they have to, you know, punish them and throw them in jail, throw them in prison. Now, when it's a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, what happens to you as a form of punishment? When you commit the same crime as the oppressor.
You get more time. You get more time. You gotta have money.
You get all the time.
Right.
You get time that's not even mentioned for anybody else.
Right.
Like there's a Black man, or I wouldn't just say just one. There are multiple people, but there's one story that I just heard about a few months ago. They gave this man punishment of over 100 years. I mean, that man might not even see 100 years.
That's right.
Being in prison. And I'm telling you, right, this crime was a crime that was worth at least 20 years. And they gave him 100 years. And the reason why they gave him 100 years is because it involved who? A oppressor. That's why. And when you read the article, like, I have to find the article so everybody can understand what I'm speaking about. It wasn't even like crazy. It was something just, okay, no sweat, 20 years, boom. It wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. Also, too, I'll give you another thing. There was a senator about 7, 8 years ago. He was found guilty of sex trafficking so-called African Americans. Do you want to know how much time they gave them? 5 years probation. Meanwhile, sex trafficking is a huge crime. But also, too, America and multiple countries, they participate in sex trafficking. So they like to, you know, not give so much time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I start seeing a lot of missing signs all on the bus station inside the train now. Girls, grown man missing.
Yeah, also too, not just children, but adults are being trafficked or sex trafficked, which means this: slavery has never ended, because that's still a form of slavery. Because in the Bible, when it says that we were sold for wine, and a boy child and a girl child was sold for certain things, that's in the Bible. That was slavery. That's going on very much right now today as we speak. That's what's happening. It has not changed. It just has a new name to it. It's called sex trafficking.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's happening right now to this very day. All right. And for you brothers and sisters out there, man, be very careful. It's not just happening to women. It's happening to all of us.
Right.
Be very careful. Do your research on how it's happening and how you can keep you and your family safe. Because not just children or women or you know, young women are being trafficked, but also too, Black men are also being, you know, sexual trafficking. All right. But anyway, keep going on.
Verse 32. For the forward is a abomination to the Lord.
Actually, I want you to stop right there. Let me see here. Give me Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Ephesians is going to be in the Old Testament. Yeah, that's going to be Paul. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh, Shemini, Shabbat, or Shalom, Yahweh, Shemini, Shabbat, to the brother Dakaya. How you doing now? And Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Allah, Shemini, Shah, to the sister, Tanisha. How you doing, sis? All right. Hey, if anybody got any questions or concerns, those that have been joined into the class or those that may come in later, go ahead and type your question in.
You said Ephesians, right?
Ephesians, yeah. That's Ephesians, yeah. That's it. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
That's the New Testament.
Old Testament. Oh, Ephesians, EPH. Yes. Ephesians. Start with E. E as an elephant. All right. Ephesians. It's the city of Ephesia, where Paul had taught. Paul was over 7 schools, and Ephesia was one of those schools. But the book is called Ephesians. You got it? Start with an E-I. Hey, look. E as an elephant. Right, yep. E-P-H. E-S. Ephesians. I hope you are. It's not that far from Joshua. Well, I'm sorry. Hold on. I apologize. New Testament, my bad. Salaki, I thought it was Old Testament. My apologies, I was wrong. Salaki for that. I'm so used to Paul being in the Old Testament. Hold on. No. Paul's actually in the New Testament. 6 and 12. Yeah, no, it's like I get mixed up sometimes that Paul is in the New Testament after the Old Testament, because there are scriptures, right, that Paul speaks about in the New Testament that you will see in the Old Testament. So that's why I get it mixed up. So my apologies. It's like a poet.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
We wrestle not against what?
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Right. Paul is saying, he's writing these letters to the brothers and sisters that are in the city of Ephesus. He is saying that we wrestle not with flesh or blood. Wrestle not with flesh and blood means that we do not fight with flesh and blood. All right. So our fight is more spiritual than anything. Okay. Our fight is spiritual. Now, of course, your flesh is always going to scream, I want food, I want water, I want sex, I want to sleep, I want to do this, that, and the third, right? Your flesh is always going to let you know what time it is. But our real battle is our spirit. It's spiritual. You know what I mean? And understand that your spirit and your flesh, they are always in constant battle with each other. Okay? You know what I mean? Now, what is spiritual about adultery?
What's spiritual about adultery?
Right.
Nothing. It's sinful.
Everything is spiritual. So I'm gonna ask you one more time. What is spiritual about adultery? Okay, your spirit tells you this is wrong.
Right.
But what does your flesh tell you?
Well, your flesh tell you is right.
There we go. I'll give you a hand. That's right. That's absolutely right. Your flesh wants you to do it, but your spirit tells you no, don't do it. Your spirit is where we're at also too. It's just your spirit is your heart. I mean, it's inside your heart, or your spirit is what? Your mind. Right. So you know, so your spirit is not your heart, but what I'm saying is, where your spirit is at, it's inside of you, right? Right. Now your spirit is also too your mind, which is what a conscience. You know what I mean? So you know that thing that's in your mind telling you, I don't know about this. I think this is very much wrong. This is something I should not do. That's your conscience. That's your spirit letting you know, maybe I should not do this thing. And if you are unsure, you should look at. You should look at the very thing that shows that you should not do this. Like for example, right? A lot of people glorify sleeping with somebody else's woman. I don't understand how that's a one-up on somebody else. You know what I mean? I don't understand how you can glorify that when people die behind that. Right. You know what I mean? When you destroy somebody's household, like that is terrible, and also it's very disgusting. You are a homosexual.
That's right.
The fact that you sleep with when you sleep with somebody else's woman that is not your woman, but she belongs to somebody else, you are a homosexual. You know what I mean? You are on your way to homosexuality. How about that?
That's right.
I'll say that. Because why would you want somebody else's woman?
That's right.
When women outnumber men, you can get any woman, because there are women out here who are available, but you want to get somebody else's woman who is taken. You are a homosexual. You are on your way to homosexuality.
That's right.
To being a homosexual, you might as well, you might as well just, add yourself to the list of being a part of the, the alphabet community, because you are on your way. Why would you want to put your ride, you know what I mean, in the same woman where a man just got done putting his bride inside of her?
Right.
You want to deal with this woman when she has been through all manner of nastiness. Don't even imagine what the last man that did to this woman in his bedroom.
Right.
This woman then went through all types of nastiness. You know what I mean? But you want to go behind that man? Yeah, you should definitely add yourself to the alphabet community, the LGBT, whatever Q community. Add yourself to that list, okay? Because you are disgusting and filthy.
That's right.
Your mind is focused on somebody else's woman when your mind should be focused on a woman that is not occupied. Okay? You are very much disgusting. And you need help in every way possible. All right? And I said what I said. Keep going up.
Well, against Prince Salakia.
Actually, from the top.
Well, we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Yeah, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You know what I mean? Okay, so our battle is spiritual as well. Spiritual in the sense that, okay, the Bible says that our weapons of our weapons of warfare is not carnal. Carnal means physical. What's physical? Your flesh and blood. You can't pinch your spirit. You can't, cut your spirit. You know what I mean? In the sense of physically. Your spirit can't feel physical pain. You know what I mean? But your flesh can. Your flesh can bleed, can it not? It can bruise, it can tear, it can rip, it can grow. All right? Your flesh can do that, but your spirit cannot. So the carnal part of that scripture is talking about your flesh. That's the thing that is not our warfare. Now, our warfare is not guns and weapons.
That's right.
It's not machetes and knives, man. So, you got to go ahead. You got it. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. What's going on? What's what? It's a lot. No, you good. No sweat. It's a lot. Boys, Shalom, Lord Christ. Good to see you. No sweat. But yeah. So So back to what I was saying was once again, our weapons of warfare is not carnal. What it is spiritual. The things that you go through spiritually, that's what you got to fight every single day. All right. If you want to fight your oppressor, no sweat. Matter of fact, there's nothing wrong with wanting to fight. No sweat. Just make sure that you're fighting the right thing, and make sure that you are in the spirit. Once again, that's the key word. Make sure that you are in the spirit, the right spirit to fighting whatever you are fighting. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, once again, don't fight somebody because they called you out of your goddamn name.
That's right.
Maybe you are a bitch.
Right.
I'm just saying. Maybe you are a sucker ass nigga. I mean, hey, I don't know. I only know based on your actions, based on, that spirit that's on you. I believe Paul said in the book of Thessalonians, but yeah, go ahead. You got it here. Go ahead. No sweat. You know what I mean? Maybe once again, like maybe you are a bitch. Maybe you a sucker ass nigga. Maybe you are a piece of shit. And
That's right.
And really, excuse my language. But if it applies to you, it's not excused. All right? If it applies, no sweat. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. That's how people in the world always say it. You know what I mean? But
That's right.
Go ahead.
But against principalities, against power.
Against principalities. Now, what is principalities?
Rules.
Say it again.
Rules and regulations.
You said rules and regulations? Yeah. Principalities, think about those that are in high status, those that make rules for your life. So I appreciate you saying that. Yes, you are absolutely right. Congress, the senators, the councilmen, the congressmen, the congresswomen, all these people who write out the bills to make rules and decisions for your lives. You know what I mean? Keep going. Principalities, what else?
Against power.
Yeah, against powers. Think
Again.
one second. Think about the people that are really in power. The people that control your money. I mean, there are people above the Rockefellers.
That's right.
They say the Rockefellers are one of the richest people on the face of the earth. There's somebody above the Rockefellers. If you don't know, that's another time, another topic for a different class. Good night. Keep going.
Against the rulers of darkness.
We the rulers of darkness, man. The ones that you don't hear about. The ones that have, the ones that control everybody, who makes the rules, who makes the, decisions. Everybody that is just someone that is in the dark. Once again, it said what again? It said rulers of what?
Against the ruler of darkness.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Of this world.
Yeah, of this world. Yeah, there are people that are in the shadows, and I'm not talking about no goddamn Illuminati. Please do not start that BS. There's a lot of people who get too high and watch YouTube and watch documentaries, and they think that the Illuminati is ruling the whole earth. No, there are people that you don't even know about.
Right.
That are rulers in the shadows, in the darkness, that control and rule this whole thing, man. Okay? But anyway, let me see. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness.
Against what?
Against spiritual wickedness.
Yeah, against spiritual wickedness. Spiritual wickedness, man. Now, what is spiritual wickedness? God loves everybody. That is spiritual, is it not?
Car.
But now, is that in the Bible? Because last time I checked, the Bible is not a physical book. It deals with spirituality,
right?
So to speak. I'm only really using that word because that's what a lot of people can really relate to. But 9 times out of 10, I will use a different type of word. Okay? Because spirituality is based on a religion. But I'm only using that word on purpose because that's what a lot of people will side with. They will, pretty much understand, so to speak. So spiritual wickedness is going to be the Christian church. That's going to be the Muslim mosque. That's going to be every religion that you could think of on the face of the earth. And it has nothing to do with the Most High, because the Most High is not a man who deals with religion. The Most High is what you call a masculine spirit. He's a man that deals with law, statutes, and commandments. And that's it, not religion. A religion is horoscopes, astrology. You got to knock on wood. If you break a mirror, you're cursed for what? How many years? 7 years. You get bad luck. That's not the Most High. That's not the God of Israel. That is religion. Okay? That's the spiritual wickedness in high places, so on and so forth. Let's move on. Give me Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. That should be in the New Testament. This also is Paul. All right. Actually, one second. Salaki, y'all could bear with me 1 second. I gotta do one thing real quick. Salaki, give me 1 second here.
JT on the track. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Yana. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter.
All right, Salaki, for that real quick. I just have to handle something. All right, if you could get that precept about Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12, Baba Shah. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. For when, for the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again.
Right. So, in order to be a teacher, right, you have to be taught again. Okay. Like for example, right, for brothers that are troopers, you may have the zeal to want to teach. You may have the zeal to want to do a lot of things, but you have to be taught again. You can't just go out there and do whatever the hell that you want to do.
That's right.
And that's the problem with a lot of fake Israelite groups, because they are untrained. Every time I see a fake Israelite group or brothers who are not ordained by the Most High, what you see is untrained brothers who do not know what they are doing. They are like children because they are acting in the way of child behavior. Because children are undisciplined.
That's right.
All right, children are selfish.
That's right.
But in order for them to, to get to a place where they are not that, you have to train them. Because a child doesn't know how to do anything unless you what? You teach them.
Come.
Am I right? And that's the responsibility of a parent or a teacher. Someone that teaches them something in order for them to learn and grow. Because if you don't teach somebody something, they will never know. All right? Read it one more time.
Ye have need that one teach you again.
Right, you need that one teach you again. And why do you have to be taught again? Because whatever you learned before, it was wrong. It was incorrect. That's why yesterday we spoke about being born again. In order to be born again, you have to kill off that old life. All right? That old man, that old woman. You cannot do drugs anymore. You can't smoke. Smoking anything is a sin.
That's right.
You can't sleep with somebody else's woman. That's a sin. You can't lie and cheat and steal. That's a sin. That's you gotta put off that old man. You have to bury that old man and woman. You sisters out there, you can't just give your bodies to anybody and then think that you're free. No, sister, when you give your body to a man, that's your husband. Not your boyfriend, that's your sneaky link, not somebody that you just have a one-night stand with. That's not how it works. All right? And also too, like, when you don't follow the rules of the Most High, you always get punished. So if you want to have a one-night stand, if you want to sleep with somebody else's woman, that is not your woman. Just suffer the consequences. Because there's always a consequence, is it not?
Come, sir.
So if you don't want a man over you to be your teacher, the lessons that you are going to learn in life is going to be your teacher. Them STDs, yeah, that's going to be your teacher. Your head being blown off, that's going to be your teacher. All right? You got to go ahead. You got to go ahead. All right? That's going to be your teacher. Everything's well? Say it again. Oh, okay, all right. No, that's but yeah, so yeah, if you don't learn your lesson, the STDs is going to be a teacher.
That's right.
All right. That bullet to the brain, to the body, that's going to be a teacher. You being in the grave, that's going to teach you something. All right. So once again, just one more time, Mom.
You have need that will teach you again.
Yeah, you're going to need that someone teach you again. Someone's going to have to teach you again.
That's right.
Right? Because your way of life is not working. It's not helping you. It's not bringing forth any fruits. That's the problem. Also, too, just like that doing until they come, all right? For what? Keep going. Yeah, not good.
Let's be the first principle of the oracle of God.
Right. These are the first principles of the oracle of God. That's what it is, all right? Keep going.
And I'll be selected. And I'll become such as I have need of milk.
And what? Say it one more time.
And I'll become such as have need of milk.
Right. So in order to understand it, you need that milk, man. We need that understanding. Hey, it's Ayana. You want to go over there? That's you. All right. Do what? You got it up. Come on, you got it up. I want you to read from the top one more time.
And becoming such as I have need of milk.
No. From the top, 12.
For the time ye ought to be teachers, you have need that will teach you again.
Right. So in order to be a teacher, you have to be taught again. All right. So if you thought that you knew any goddamn thing, you don't. Because the Bible also says if a man ought to know anything, he knows nothing. The only reason why you know how to live this life of righteousness is because the Most High is the one who taught you. Otherwise, how did you learn how to be wicked? Because of the world. They taught you. So everybody is a teacher, but my thing is this. Who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to the ones that's going to, be for your best interest? Or are you going to listen to the ones that's going to, have you all fucked up? You know what I mean? Keep going.
You have need that will teach you again. Which be the first principle of the article of God.
Right. So the first oracles of God is this, that you have to be taught again. Or better yet, you have to be born again. And matter of fact, the brother right there, Bakar, how you doing now? Shalom to Christ. And it's good that we're talking about that, because to be born again, right, you have to be a new man. That's your man, right? Hey, get that brother in. One thing I do recall is Hebrew names. You know what I mean? Bakar Don means new man in Hebrew. All right? You know what I mean? Also, too, man in Hebrew can be ayash, but when you put one Hebrew word to another, it can change the whole meaning. Just, just FYI. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, like, once again, like, the first oracles of God is you have to be taught again, but you have to be taught the right way. In order to be taught the right way, you have to learn from the prophets and priests. Okay? You learn from all your uncles, from all your cousins, all the male figures in your life, and you learn nothing. You learn how to be in prison. You learn how to be in the grave. You learn how to just be a poor man, or a poor woman, or a poor child. And that's what we are seeing in these days and times, especially in 2023. Right now, I've been seeing a high rate of kids murdering other kids. I'm talking about a story in Indiana, right? A story in Indiana just came out maybe like last month. I want to say a 10-year-old, I'm sorry. A 5-year-old killed his infant 2-year-old brother. You know what I mean? He had killed his 2-year-old infant brother, and it was found that he had cocaine in his system. And who is to blame? The parents. You know what I mean? It's Shalom Christ. How y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. You know what I mean? Go ahead and give me 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. All right.
2 Chronicles.
Yeah, 7 to 14. Yeah. If I could get one brother to read, this brother been reading all day. If I could, 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. Like, once again, like, there are brothers and sisters out here who are doing a poor job when it comes to uplifting and teaching the youth how to be better than them. You know what I mean? 2 Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. All right. You mind shutting that door all the way? Oh, thank you, sis. I appreciate it. Yeah. The water, sis. I appreciate it. You got it up? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, 2 Chronicles.
2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Right. So now the responsibility it lands on us as a people. If you want anything to change in life, right? Well, I'll ask you this question first. What is something that anybody in the room has saw recently to where y'all like, damn, like, that's terrible. It should be, different. Like, what is something that you saw to where you're like, this is really messed up, and this shouldn't really be happening right now. Like, what's something that you saw recently? Go ahead.
Trans women in sports.
Say it again.
Trans women in sports.
Yeah. I need one more. Anybody, like, what is something that you saw where you like, that's not right? You said trans women in sports, huh? Yeah. That's terrible. And you know what? I wouldn't even say trans woman. Transformers. There you go. I'll say that. Yeah. Now, of course, in order to change that, we cannot support. There are people right now who support the LGBT. I call them the alphabet community. I'm not even gonna say all that damn alphabet. Feel me? I'll say alphabet community. I mean, a lot of our people, we support them. For what reason? I can never understand. We always support the wrong things, but never the right things. But if it feels good, if it smells good, if it sounds good, then I guess it is good. And that's the problem. In order to stop that, we have to realize that it's wicked, that it's wrong, and that starts with us. Like if anybody's on Clubhouse, right? Clubhouse is a social media app where you can discuss all your opinions, how you feel, what you think, all that good stuff. It's a very good fishing tool, and I'm on it. Damn near all the time. But now the thing that I realize is that there's a lot of Black and Hispanic Native American people who are very much in cahoots with everybody else as far as the world, and they don't want to get the backlash or punishment. And ISUPK, we don't give a damn about that. Everything is controversial when it comes to us. You know what I mean? Like a sister just said on Clubhouse, a woman should rule the household. Well, if she rules a household, then, where's the order at? You know what I mean? And a real woman knows that a man should rule the household, but it should be in a way to where there's order.
That's right.
Order is not in the household if there's domestic disputes going on. You know what I mean? The constant battle with child support. These are problems that we are dealing with in the household right now. You know what I mean? Also, too, there are parents in the household where they are not raising their children right. They are just learning from previous generations to where they are just recycling whatever they've learned and was taught, and they're giving it to their children. And they are leading into destruction. You know what I mean? If you are a father or a mother, don't ever teach your child, don't ever teach your child that it's okay to be independent. Do whatever you feel like doing. Everything in life has rules, does it not? You know what I mean? If you don't listen to this one person, you will listen to the next person. So let's say that you don't want to abide by the laws. You are going to be punished. You will listen to somebody, regardless. But it's up to you who you want to listen to. My thing is this: in the household, if there's a father and a mother there, them children should listen to you and the right thing.
That's right.
Otherwise, they are going to find drugs. They will find alcohol. They will find somebody who's going to give them STDs. They will find somebody that's going to have them locked up and put in the grave. Salaki, stop laughing. Salaki. I'm being serious, man, because we see this every single day, man. You are going to find somebody that's going to destroy your life. You know what I mean? And we all been through it. Somebody, at least we know somebody. If it hasn't happened to you, most are in Christ. But if it's somebody that you know that it has happened to, man. The best thing is you want to learn from everybody else's mistakes.
That's right.
And that's what makes you wise. Okay. Give me let me see. Give me Proverbs. Let me see. Give me Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. When it talks about people being wise and people being a fool.
Come.
Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Right. So he that walketh with wise men shall be wise. How does somebody become wise if you walk with them? You learn from them. Also, go ahead.
Just like I was just saying, you know, you watch what they do.
Yeah. Based on their actions. That's what you do. You know what I mean? You learn by example. Go ahead.
You are who you hang around.
Say it again.
You are who you hang around.
Say that one more time.
You are who you hang around.
Oh yeah, damn right. And also too, the Bible says to labor amongst those, know those that you will labor amongst. You know what I mean? Now, we know who our friend group is, right? We know who our family members are because we are around them, what, 24/7. So you know them based on their actions, how they move, and things of that sort. You know if somebody is true or real or not. You know if they fake, they phony, or whatever the case may be. But you know if somebody is wise if they are doing wise things. You don't want to associate yourself with somebody who is going to get you caught up. And also too, you can use this precept for those that are in the world, right? If you want to hang around somebody that's in the world, no sweat. Just understand and be very careful of who this person might be and what they are capable of and what their lifestyle is. You know what I mean? Like I say all the time, I got friends in the truth and I got friends in the world. Now, the reason why I would count somebody a friend in the world is based on the qualities and what they have done for me or how our relationship is. You know what I mean? A true friendship is when you go through hardship. You know what I mean? You don't really know if that person is your friend if y'all don't go through anything. If y'all don't go to war with each other and in a certain situation, y'all don't know if y'all really friends or not. And that goes on to the topic about being a brother or a sister to one another. That's the next thing. You know what I mean? So read it one more time, Carl.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20. He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Right, he that walketh with wise men shall be wise. Keep going.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Right, a companion of fools shall be destroyed. So a companion of fools just means a group of people who are ignorant. Also, too, the Bible says what? If a man be ignorant, let him be what? Ignorant. That's Paul's words. So if somebody is not willing to learn, to listen, to understand, just leave them be.
That's right.
The Bible also says, don't cast your pearls amongst fools. Swine. Yeah, there you go. Don't cast your pearls amongst people who are not going to listen to you. All right, and that's it. Keep going.
Read it again, sir.
Yeah, come.
Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise.
Right.
But a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
Now, how will fools be destroyed? That's my question. How do fools get destroyed? Go ahead.
They destroy themselves with their actions.
Say it again.
They destroy themselves with their actions.
Right. Now just lay out some examples.
Murderers, rapists, drug dealers, anybody going against the law. Right.
Because there's many laws that speak against everything that you just said. Now, give me Isaiah 58:1. Yeah, that's right. Like, if you go against the Most High and what He says, I mean, you are going to end up in a bad situation always. So just be ready for that. You got it?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry loud, spare not. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Tell.
One second, I want you to slow down. Just read it one more time.
Cry loud, spare not.
Mm-hmm.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right, cry out loud, spare not. So to cry out loud, spare not just means that simply you want to raise up your voice. Don't spare nobody's feelings, nobody's emotions. Just make sure that you speak the truth always. You know what I mean? Also, too, Ezekiel talked about how people may intimidate you. You know what I mean? Based on you speaking the Bible. speaking about the Most High, speaking about the thing that's very much right and true. Do it even if even if it kills you, because that's what John the Baptist did.
That's right.
John the Baptist said he confronted a woman and said that you committed adultery. That woman told this man or a different man, hey, I want his head cut off. And that man cut off John the Baptist's head. Even if it kills you, speak the truth. That's what you do every Saturday, is it not? On those corners. You can lose your life on those street corners. You may not make it back home to your family. You may not make it alive, out there alive at all. I mean, you heard about the KC4, the Kentucky 8, so on and so forth, and give them a hand. All right? And the Lord was with them. Okay? And that's what happened. But now at the same time, though, the Most High can put something in place to where you can die doing the work of the Lord.
That's right.
It doesn't mean that you were wrong. You was error. I mean, you didn't make a mistake. It's simply that the Most High is making a point. Everything in life has a purpose. Birth and death has a purpose. Can somebody give me the lesson being learned when someone dies of drug addiction? What's the lesson to be learned that nobody speaks about in the church at the funeral? What's the lesson that you should learn when somebody passes away from drug addiction? I just gave you the answer. Go ahead, Al.
I guess because the drug addiction is really not good for your body. So the health, you says, ruin your health. So you should learn behind that. It's harmful for you.
So I'll sum it up. Do not do drugs.
Right. How long come?
That's the lesson from when somebody dies from drug addiction. Don't do drugs because you're going to die the same way. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like the thing to do is to learn what not to do.
Exactly. Death teaches you a lesson, so does life. You know what I mean? Everything that you do in life is life or death. It's not just, whatever. Everything in life is life or death.
That's right.
And everything that you do, and even what you say. You know what I mean? You know how they say, sticks and stones won't break my bones? Yeah, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Words do have power. James spoke about it. Life and death is where? In the tongue. What you say and very much what you do can pretty much be life or death. And that's it. That's what happens. All right? Keep going now.
And show my people their transgression.
Yeah, and show my people their transgressions. Now, if you are a prophet and priest, what you have to do, you have to show your people their transgressions. But as you are showing them their transgressions, what should you do? Keyword being transgression. Go ahead.
Do the opposite.
Do the opposite. So do not commit transgressions. Do not sin. Because you can't be what is called a hypocrite. You have to be the opposite. If you want to cast out a beam out of somebody's eye, you have to cast it out of your own eye.
That's right.
Right. So if you want to help somebody, you gotta help yourself. That's the only way it's gonna work. So if you stuck, I mean, like for example, right? If you in a jam, how can you help me out of the jam? If your car is stuck and you're trying to help me get my car, from being stuck, how the hell can you help me? Shit, somebody gotta help us. Go ahead.
Help yourself.
Say it again.
Help yourself.
Give them a hand. That's it. Yeah, right. Yeah. You gotta help yourself. So that means you gotta grab that damn shovel or something. You gotta push. I ain't saying you Superman, but you gotta do something. You gotta move that car, to make sure it's not. It's not stuck anymore, in order to help the next person. You want to say something?
Yeah, I got a preacher. I don't know what that, but the sister was he wanted to stone that sister because he was a harlot. And when Christ saying,
you mean a harlot?
A harlot, yeah, a harlot.
No, sir.
And Christ turned around and told anyone you without sin cast the first stone.
Right. So what the brother's talking about is Christ. Christ is speaking about how, Christ had spoke about how the Sadducees and Pharisees went to stone this woman because she apparently committed adultery. If you don't know what adultery is, it's when a woman sleeps with a man that is not her man. And so he said, if y'all want to stone this woman, somebody pick up the first stone and cast it, meaning throw the first stone and stone her. But if y'all do this, make sure that you are not sinning. Everybody was sinning. That was the cut. Go ahead.
It's like since we own the adultery thing, right? I got a cousin. He's following. I wouldn't say the truth because the ISUPK is the only truth, right?
Right.
But he is getting information about laws and stuff like that, right? And I was trying to tell him that adultery, what adultery was. Like, can you kind of explain that? Since you.
So you want me to explain what adultery is?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I got you, Bakar.
I think you can explain the differences between adultery between man and woman. There's two different things for a man to commit adultery and for a woman to commit adultery.
Oh, so the question is there a difference?
So what he's saying is you commit adultery if you sleep with another woman. Period. Wow, if you sleep with another woman.
Okay, well, a lot of people won't agree, but so yeah, I gotta start off with that. So like, I gotta start off with that. Okay, and I have to say that because there are trolls online as well. You know what I mean? But anyway, so okay, it is lawful for a man to sleep or to have multiple women, right? But now, it's how you go about it, okay? A man can't just sleep with anybody, all right? As far as just any woman. First of all, you can't sleep with somebody else's woman. You can't sleep with a whore. You can't sleep with anybody else's. Well, matter of fact, if she sleeps with somebody else, she is a whore, all right? Or a harlot. Can't sleep with white chicks, Africans, Chinese, Japanese, somebody that is not your people. All right. Now, if you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man, woman, y'all can sleep with each other. There's 12 tribes. Why would you want somebody else outside of that? Like it's like if I'm like, I forget all the tribes sometimes. So it's like, let me just say, hold on. Just for example, right? If you are a so-called Negro, right, Judah, you can sleep with a Puerto Rican. If you are a Native Indian, you can sleep with Cubans, Haitians, Dominicans. If you Mexican, you can sleep with whoever is on these 12 tribes. That's something that you can do. That's not interracial marriages. But what is if somebody is outside of those 12 tribes, that's interracial marriages. That is a form of idolatry and fornication or adultery. Because fornication and adultery is the same. All right. So now, back to the question, right? A man cannot sleep with whores or outside of their nation. Okay, that's fornication. A woman cannot sleep with anybody that is not her husband. But now, let's say her husband dies. She's a widow. So now she can sleep with somebody else because she's not married anymore. She has no husband, so she can remarry. She can do that. But if she's mad and upset, whatever the case may be, she cannot leave him. If she does, she has to divorce you and hoard on you. That's the case. Answer the question? Go ahead.
There's another one. If you have a heathen spouse, you can't leave your heathen spouse once you find the truth and figure out, oh, that's a heathen. You can't just leave your spouse.
Right. You can't. Yeah. All the damage is done.
Right.
I'm saying it's a lot. It's a lot. All the damage on that part is done. That's it. It's done. It's done and over with. It is what it is. If you leave that heathen, you can still get punished by the Most High. All right? That's on you. So take all that information and do whatever the hell you want to do with that. Now, I'm not speaking to anybody in the room, of course. I'm just speaking online as well in general. All right? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's on you. But any woman that you have, you cannot leave them. Any woman that has a man, you cannot leave them. All right? Like once you get also to Clubhouse, man, it's a terrible social media app. There are people leaving their husbands because of the amount of money that they don't make. God damn. That is terrible. But meanwhile, these are the women that they have no value. They have nothing to offer but a mouth and private areas. You know what I mean? I have to say that because, kids are in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But anyway, to answer the question? Right, yeah. So if you want to commit adultery, just suffer the consequences that come with it, because you might get your head blown off. We see too many examples of that. All right. Give me one last precept. Zephaniah 2:1. Unless anybody got questions. All right, let's look. Oh, so by the way, there's nothing better than a Black, Hispanic, or Native American woman. Please give them a hand. Meanwhile, y'all want some uncooked, unseasoned piece of chicken. God damn. Who the hell want that unseasoned piece of meat? That is disgusting. I don't get it, man. And now look, I was a brother once in the world. You know what I mean? And I still didn't turn my eye to those damn devils. You know what I mean? Now, if brothers or sisters ever been, with somebody outside of their race, I understand, because you are in the world. You know what I mean? There are people who would consider animals at this damn point, which is disgusting. I don't get that part. But as far as outside of your race, I can almost understand it, but never partake in that. Good night. Never that. It's a lot. But anyway, I mean, you are in hell, you are in oppression. I can definitely understand that. All right, but anyway, as far as Black and Hispanic Native American women, they are the best thing on the face of the earth.
That's right.
And please believe it. If you don't see it now, you will see it later. All right. You got some who are not right in the mind, who are doing all the wrong things. Don't sweat. All those things can be fixed. Women are fixable, just like men are fixable. Children are fixable. Okay. It's all about how you go about it, and you want to come into the UBK to learn properly how to fix somebody. Whatever issue you may have, it can be fixed. Okay. Otherwise, we have an issue. Don't continue that issue. Go ahead, Al.
Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourself together, ye, gather together, O nation, not desired.
Right. Once again, we all have to gather together because we are not desired. We are not loved. We are not appreciated. Nobody gives a F about us. Nobody gives a damn about you. Who should give a damn about you is you. Your people. Stop looking for love from your oppressor. Stop looking for love from the people. I saw you clap. Want to clap? Go ahead. Go ahead and clap. I saw that. Go ahead. Hey, don't be shy. Hey, go ahead and clap if you want to. If you want to bang them damn chairs, big shout out to Alabama. Go ahead and do so. I ain't gonna stop you. All right, ain't nobody gonna stop you. But no, anyway, man, once again, man, we have to be together in everything. The Bible says that we must have one baptism, one body, and one faith. And in order for us to be on the same page, we have to serve the same power. Okay? If I'm a Christian and you're a Muslim, how can we be on the same page? If you want to steal and kill and I want peace and love, how the hell can we be on the same page? You know what I mean? But we can't be, because we are not together. We are separate. What we should be separate from is religion.
That's right.
And standards and foundation is the law, statutes, and commandments. It's cultural. It's traditional. That's what we should be together in, not for anything else. Because anytime that we come together for the wrong things. Let's roll up. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn. Let's go to the club. Let's find the next thing to smash. You know what I mean? We come together for the wrong things, but never for the right things. And that's the problem. All right? We want all these parties and concerts and fundraisers, but meanwhile, children need our help out here. But the children right now is only messed up because of the previous generation. So we need to come together for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. All right? So with that being said, that's the class. Okay, drop that out. Which means to stand. You all want to get into the security announcements. It's like for the sake of time, I got a few things to take care of. You all going to get into the security announcements and the Lord's Prayer, all right? All right. Otherwise, any other times, a lot of people will definitely get into everything. All right. ISUK security announcements. We are the ISUK, start out 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves to the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, 8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering, not selected. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, it's going to be memorial going to the trumpets. That's going to be September 15th. All right. As everybody should know, the month of September, there's usually 3 holy convocations. All right. Memorial Day, Memorial going to trumpets, Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles. Okay. And I believe each holy convocation should be like 10, almost 15 days apart. About like 10 days apart. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, let's turn to the east. All right. I imagine finding out now, which means to rise up and face the east. And I want everybody to repeat after me. Of the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Bashmai, Udash, Hayat, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakasta, Taba'ah, Rakazak, Hayat, Aisha, Ba'arakazak, Shubah, Hayat, Bashamai, Nathan. Oh, Salah. All right. Lakam, Call, Kamawa, Yanawa, Wala'ah, Wala'ana, Wanisawan, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Ra, Kayat, Cup, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, La Alum, Aman. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. And so, like, you know what? We actually have a little bit more time. So, like, so we go ahead and finish. Excuse me a second. The next one is going to be Blessed Israel. All right, y'all bear with me real quick. Salaki. Salaki, 1 second. All right. So like, just want to pass through that real quick.
I don't have the book.
Huh? That's the thing. It's supposed to be inside of it, but I don't know where it's at. That's the issue right now. So like, I just had this. All right, so I'll just freestyle real quick, Salaki. If there's anybody that y'all want to pray for, just say their name. So I'll start with those in the room, and then we can go on social media later. Go ahead, y'all.
Kabak. Tawala.
Sagaria. Sakar.
House of Bakar down.
Dakaya.
Desiree Davis. All UPK. All the House of Israel.
Anybody else?
Tatum.
Anybody else?
James.
William.
Aaron.
David.
Michael.
Matthew.
James.
Wait, say it again.
They both were the name of James.
All right. Let's say Bakar Adam. Kwan Yada. Nagabar. Reggie. Beatrice. Zion. I think I'm right in front of you, Salaki. Let me see. Kodash Zion. ISK Minnesota. All of Israel. Right in front of you. In Hebrew, Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Rakhanau. Yashal. Havayah. Sapari. Barak. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. Waraman. All right. Once again, a few names. Kawana. Kawa. Taziyah. Sapar. Marakapa. Amangabar. Hashem Yahweh Shah. In English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Bless us in Israel. In the school. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Listen to us now. Right now. He's a curse. That speak against it. That prophet. The priest. It's like brothers. In the school. So he was a curse. To the
and shake loose.
Shake loose.
The church of the rich of Israel.
The church of the rich of Israel.
I refuse to give to the school.
I refuse to give to the school.
Force the riches.
Force the riches.
Into thy sanctuary.
Into thy sanctuary.
To use the curse.
To use the curse.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
To the nation. The drug
The
horses.
Horses.
Princes. The land Aaron. All the governments are our enemies.
All the governments are our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Power Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian. Spies. Works of witchcraft. That's the space program. Army. Navy. Air Force. Marines. Wall Street. Open up the internet. Airway. Cable access channel. Radio channel. Make the spirit. End of thy feet. Let's seek to stop. Bring swift destruction. To all the heat. That stand in the way. Try to stop. From broadcasting your word. Throughout the earth. Let us all declare. So like cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth be consumed. And the earth be consumed. Let the place take the house of the people. And murder. Let Yahweh shot. Michael and Gabriel. Come down to flying sauce. All the heat. That come up against us. And to speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media. Throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake out that coming. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, which means to turn in Hebrew. Everybody face me. All right, men of Israel, first salute. My Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. I return to the sisters. Courtesy salute for the sisters. Men of Israel, my Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shema. Sisters, repeat after me. Yahweh Shema. Al. Atah. Hashem. Yahweh Shah. My Shabbat. Glasses with